Welcome to House Money Podcast and our NFL Week 1 show. I'm Easy E and I'm the host. Joining me today, T-Bone.
T-Bone!
And Chalkboard.
Chalkboard.
What's up, fellas? Week 1. I'm jacked, super pumped for the season. I wasn't sure we were going to make it here, but here we are, ready to pick some games. Chalkboard, tell me about it.
There was definitely a point where, we didn't know if there was going to be a season at all, so I think there's no other way you could be than pumped up, really, that we're here, and we got games in 2 days.
Yep. T-Bone?
Or a game.
I'm much more pumped up over the last 5 minutes for a specific reason. I'm very jacked at the moment.
You been doing some push-ups or calisthenics over in the corner?
Like those teams before they take the field where they just...
Some artificial, yeah.
So it wasn't turf is what you're saying.
Actually, I guess it is.
Think
God's
about it for a
gift.
second.
Dude, focus.
I'm like a laser. Ready.
Well,
The cat will be chasing him around in a minute.
Well, that's good to hear, dog, because we have a boatload of games to pick this week. Full slate, obviously. I count about 12, 13 games on the schedule here. I don't know about y'all, but I've been studying this card now for about 3 months, and honestly, I'm just ready to jump into it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think the people have waited long enough, so let's give them what they want.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I hate that there can't be any fans at the games, but I'm still. It's NFL football. It's the greatest sport in the world. It's there's nothing like it. I can't wait.
Now that we're here and, not jinx anything with the season, but it's like, you heard that expression, too big to fail. It was almost like the NFL had to get through. You know what I meant?
The NFL's the only league that's really went by script. Their draft, everything. They haven't, except for preseason games that they didn't play. They've been right there.
Y'all are making me nervous. So let's just pick some games and hope they play them. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right. Typical format, on House Money Podcast, we pick the Thursday night game, the Sunday night game, and the Monday night game. Week 1, we have 2 Monday night games, so we'll pick all 4 this week. Starting off Thursday night, Houston at Kansas City. Kansas City -9. We talked about them a few weeks ago. Kansas City 12-4 last year, Super Bowl 54 champs, returning 20 of 22 starters, tons of weapons on offense. What's not to love? Houston 10-6 in 2019, crushed in the offseason for some questionable trades. I don't think they can afford to start slow. Unfortunately, the schedule is brutal. They got Kansas City, Baltimore, at Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Jacksonville, and at Tennessee right out of the gate. That seems tough. They got a great offensive line, stud quarterback who just signed a fat contract. They got Fuller, Cook, Stills. They're all healthy for now. David Johnson, who I expect to prove that he's not trash, at least for one game. And you know what? I'm getting almost 9 points. I think y'all can see where I'm leaning with this. Can't afford to start slow. Going to get their best effort. Chalkboard.
So I think you said something before all that about sticking to script. So I like the Chiefs. And I get all the points that you just made, but what I was going to say to kind of keep it just simple was the last time they played, the Chiefs won by 20, and I feel like Houston
and they were down by, 15 or something?
And that's the key.
Well, yeah, but they've got even less weapons now.
Hopkins is gone, and you are relying on David Johnson, who I agree, I don't think he'll be as terrible as he was at the end there at Arizona. I think he'll bounce back some, but I don't know if he's going to make up the difference. You got Cooks.
He's always hurt.
I mean, well, he won't be hurt week 1.
He's not hurt week 1. He's not hurt this week.
Yeah. They haven't had much of a minicamp to gel either. So, and I don't think that affects, obviously, Kansas City as much because they're a veteran team.
Same team.
And they got
except for the rookie running back.
Yeah. I mean, you're trying to bring Cooks in. You're bringing, what's the other? Well, yeah, I guess that's it. Cooks for Hopkins.
I mean, to your point, Fuller, who's normally hurt, won't be hurt Thursday.
He's got a ton of weapons, dude. He's got a ton of weapons. He's got a running back who is at least motivated this week to prove he doesn't suck. And the schedule is brutal. I just think Kansas City gets Houston's best effort Thursday night.
I just don't know if I think Houston's going to be that good this year. And they're playing, but I know what you're saying. You'll get more than a touchdown. I get that too.
Right.
So, yeah.
I feel like this game's going to be pretty close to the number. I feel like it's going to be around 10 points. I mean, that's my honest thing. I can see it being something like 35-24 or something like that. I mean, I know obviously that's 11, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I know you. Do you like Houston enough that you?
So I knew I couldn't talk you all into this, to be honest with you, before going into it. And it was been at 9.5 all week. And I like it to the point where I was going to wait till right before kickoff, hoping I could get to 10.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's gone the other way, and it's down to 9 because other people are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing in Houston. So, I didn't think I could get you all on it, and it might not be a House Money podcast play. But I'm just telling y'all, I'm on Houston.
Sounds like a stepchild pick to me. I don't know.
I mean, like I say, I think it's going to be right there around. I don't expect Kansas City to blow them out. I don't think Houston's going to win the game. I think we're all thinking roughly the same thing. It's going to be 7 to 10 points, give or take. I mean,
this is Deshaun Watson's chance to prove that money was not wasted. I'm just saying. Are y'all interested in making Kansas City a play? Do y'all?
No,
I don't like Kansas City. I mean, I think it's going to be right there. I think
I don't think it's a play myself. But
what do you? Did you didn't get a chance, T-Bone? Do you have anything on Kansas City?
I would go with Kansas City. I mean, I just would. I mean, I just don't think Houston's going to be that great this year. I mean, I get what you're saying, and yeah, they got to come out strong but that means they are playing tough teams. They're going to go down. Will they cover 9 points? Man, I don't know. I think it could be even higher.
And we say this all the time. We might as well say
14.
It with the very first game. It's like this could be a game they're winning by 14 or something, and then there could be something backdoor. It's your expression, backdoor cover right there at the end.
I don't feel that comfortable either way. You bring some valid points to the table for sure. I mean,
I do think they'll get their best shot. Like you say, we've talked about other teams around the league. Houston just seems like one of those teams always fighting the injury bug. You're going to get their best shot early. I mean, Kansas City is coming off the Super Bowl, the whole
hangover thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
no crowd to pump them up.
That 9's starting to look better, isn't it? That 9's starting to look better. Oh, hold on, let's just sit on it. I'm not going to. I know
he said put it on the back burner. Let simmer.
I knew y'all weren't going to be into that.
A BB early in the show.
All right, you want to go to Sunday night, chalkboard? Are you okay?
We can go Sunday night. I think T even had some thoughts on that one.
Yeah, Sunday night's my night.
All right, no, we're good. So Dallas versus the Rams. It's the Rams +3. Dallas underperformed last year at 8-8. Signed Dak long term. Ton of weapons. The table seems to be set in Dallas. The Rams 9-7 in 2019. I have no confidence in the Rams. We talked about them last week. The offense is a question mark. I never know who's in charge over there. T-Bone, what do you have Sunday night, Dallas at the Rams?
Yeah, look at both these teams. I mean, the Rams, like you said, underperformed last year. They lost some guys. Running back's a question mark right now. They still got Woods and Kupp. The tight end's pretty decent. Goff will have to throw for a ton of yards this year. I mean, he will. Their defense is not that great. Dallas, God, the problem is Dallas has got all this talent. They loaded up in the offseason. My God, man, they went out. They made a super team. They added so many free agents. It's unreal. And they had a great draft. I mean, they just couldn't get it done on the road last year. Now, there's not any fans. We don't know how that's going to affect anything. So I'm going with Dallas to win the game. 3 points, it's right there. Gun in my head, I'm taking Dallas. I just think they're prime. I think McCarthy's a better coach than Garrett. So
chalkboard.
I like Dallas to where I was going to try to argue all to actually make it one of the picks. I think Dallas is going to win.
I think about at least 7.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I just echoing everything that you had said. But like you say, I just feel like. Like you say, if they're ever going to win, this is it. They finally got the coach, the new coach in. They've got all these pieces.
The whole division. They got
draft.
A chance to,
people have gotten paid. And like you say, you start off this game on the road, but like you say, even when there was fans, there wasn't hardly people that would show up in L.A. a lot of times anyway. But, I mean, this would be the chance to go out and win this game on the road.
I think both offenses are going to score. I think Dallas's defense is a tad.
It has a
better.
lot of the same points as your Houston argument, where I feel like this is like Dallas's sort of, we want to kind of come out and announce our presence in the first week. I mean, that's just my
Dallas
feeling.
is not getting 9 points. Dallas is laying a touchdown. If you don't see the
laying
if you
three.
don't laying three, if you don't see the difference in laying 3 and getting 9, those are not. It's not the same argument. But these two teams played December 15th.
What is when Houston gets beat by 14?
Well, but Kansas City is also so much better than most teams too. I mean, it's not like they.
So these two
I
teams
see what you're saying.
they played December 15th last year. Dallas won 44-21. To me, these are just two teams going in opposite directions. I do think Dallas is the better team, and it's again, I got this at 2.5. Now it's at 3, which is a different number at 3. I'm not scared of the 3. I'm willing to, You were talking about making it a pick. I'm not scared of it.
I definitely think it could be a pick.
I'd rope it in as a pick.
So let's go ahead and what?
It's a last on reference.
Dallas Cowboys.
So let's go ahead and write down Dallas as our first potential play.
Now we got a new code, first potential. So this isn't even a back burner. This is above a back burner. First potential.
Well, he wrote it down in ink, so I think it's happening.
First potential.
Yeah. No, I think
I
Dallas
like the wording. I like the wording. First potential. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Monday night. This damn cat's getting on my nerves. Monday night, Pittsburgh Steelers at the New York Giants. It's up to the New York Giants +6, total 47.5. Steelers 8-8 in 2019. High expectations in Pittsburgh this year with the return of Big Ben. All facets of the offense should improve with him. On defense, the addition of Minkah Fitzpatrick seems like a steal at this point. The defense is the real deal. Nobody forced more turnovers in 2019 than the Steelers. The Giants 4-12 in 2019. They have some pieces really on offense. They really do. David Jones is not terrible. Barkley, Golden Tate, rookie Darius Slayton. I think they can score points against most teams. The question is, can they score them against Pittsburgh? Obviously their defense is not very good, so they're going to have to score some points.
Yeah.
I want to take the Giants here. But Chalkboard, what do you think about Monday night, Pittsburgh and the Giants?
I mean, I hate to do like this craziness so early in the season, but I kind of like the Giants myself. I mean, I feel like they have the pieces. I mean, Ben was out for how long? I mean, basically the entire season. Was it?
Yeah.
He didn't play one game, right?
Yeah, it's true. He's out the whole season.
So now Juju's the man
and he's
there.
overweight. My God, have you seen pictures of the guy?
He's bigger, Ben, now.
Yeah, he's massive. He's 300+ pounds.
Or
he was. If he's whipped himself in the shape
round
in less
mound
than
of
a month.
touchdown.
Yeah, he's huge.
But like I say, I think he's got some work to kind of get back to where he was. You're just assuming he's going to be able to come right back on the field and be the Ben he was.
Right.
And I think, like, to E's point, and again, I don't know if it's just where you kind of like, you see something shiny and new over here with Jones and Barkley and, the Steelers are, it's kind of this, I mean, they're also new because obviously you no longer have, like, Brown. You no longer have, Bell, But, I mean, they've got guys that have been around there for a while. Connor's there now. Schuster's there.
Connor, yeah.
And back to your thing about people who always get injured, Ingram will get hurt, but he'll be healthy week 1. So they got another tight end, Sterling Shepard.
Golden Tate, Slayton. Yeah, Slayton.
Well, and again, that same deal,
Barkley.
it's 6 points, right? And you're saying it opened at 3?
It opened at 2.5.
Yeah, that's got me wondering what is going on here. Why? How's it?
The Giants can score. I mean, I think
But
they
you
got
said yourself
Barkley.
they got the Pittsburgh defense is so much better than the Giants defense.
Well, back to your point, this line seems more inflated than Ben.
It's definitely. But I'm just wondering why. What is going on to move it 3.5 points? What's going on? 3.5 points?
A lot of just Pittsburgh steam. I mean, the Giants didn't look. I mean, they.
I guarantee Daniel Jones is an improved player. They do have weapons. I don't know.
So speaking of the burner, because I feel like we're all kind of lukewarm on the Giants. Let's just sit the Giants back there on this proverbial burner there, chalkboard.
Okay.
I mean, unless there, because you like the Giants, right?
I do like the Giants, and I don't know that we've ever brushed across that point before, but talking about like certain teams with larger fan bases, how they can control the line, just based on, I mean, like if you're coming out and saying, I couldn't love any more passion than like the Steelers fans, but it's like, say you're as degenerate as we are, and like they're just a bunch of beer drinking, heavy gambling, and we're all putting everything on the Steelers. And like you say, that's something I never, we didn't talk about on the show, but that's a huge thing.
Well, it's opening week.
Right?
Sports
People are
have been abysmal.
fevering for something.
People are fevering. This is the number one sport in the United States, and it's finally here. Yeah,
huge fan, and huge fan base, and then the biggest city in America with the Giants. So it's like,
I hate it when we kind of veer from the topic, but as far as if you want to talk about the NBA for a half a second, the Lakers line is 3 points higher every single game because of the very reason you're talking about, because their fan base is betting so much money on them. So there's no reason to think that also wouldn't happen in football. Now, I don't know that the Steelers fan base, if you're going to break it down to that level, honestly, you need to go down to see what states that legal betting is allowed in. Yeah. And I don't know if it's allowed in Pennsylvania or not. But you could actually, I would think you could see more steam on the teams from those states because you're going to have more people betting those numbers, right?
Yeah.
Betting those numbers and, like you say, driving the line. So, I mean, I just thought it was interesting. For some reason, I don't think we'd ever win across.
It's a lot of money that drives 3.5 points. So
it's millions and millions.
That's a lot of money.
In the NFL, this ain't some random college basketball game on a Thursday night, Santa Clara versus Pepperdine. It takes a lot of money to move an NFL game 3.5 points.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's millions of dollars.
That like you say, that's probably that money that, we agree we're going to cast a lot of stuff. That's like that money that's been back into the economy that people have been holding on to, so they were going to throw on their beloved
stimulus
Steelers.
checks
I was going to say.
No doubt.
Stimulate the Steelers.
All right, so we got the Giants sitting back here on the burner. Let's let them chill out back there for a minute. Let's hit this other Monday night game, Tennessee at Denver. It's at a pick now. Riding playoff momentum from 2019. Tennessee 9-7 in the regular season. They really shined in the playoffs last year, upsetting Baltimore and then losing to ultimate Super Bowl winner Kansas City. They signed Tannehill, Derrick Henry in the offseason. Tennessee's trying to keep that train moving forward. Denver 7-9 in 2019. They were winners of 4 of their last 5, also trying to build on some late season success. Locke looks like he could be ready to take that next step. They got some shiny new weapons on offense. I don't know. I feel like others are much higher on Denver than I am. Seems like a lot of unknowns. T-Bone, where are you at Tennessee versus Denver? Denver's a pick.
I love Tennessee. I mean, I think Tennessee's the better team, period. I mean, a pick game, and they're the better team with no crowd to interfere with anything. I mean, the altitude will probably be the only thing that can affect them, but they got Henry, the leading rusher in the NFL, pounding away. They got Tannehill, who's become a much better quarterback in Tennessee, and they utilize his strengths. They got a solid defense. I mean, every year they win 9 to 10 games. It's every year they do. They're primed to win that division this year. I think they're going to go pretty far in the playoffs, and I see no reason to lose to Denver. I think they're going to beat Denver straight up. I don't even hesitate on that.
The one point that you made that I was hoping that you wouldn't was, I was going to bring up something about the altitude because I was going to ask you about playing when you're higher. But
and look at Denver. One day it's 100 degrees. One day it's 30-something degrees in a 24-hour span. How crazy is that?
It is crazy. But I just think, again, Tennessee's just a better overall team. And I'm just surprised. I was surprised when it opened what it did, and, that it – honestly, this is one that, like, to me, I would have thought would have dropped by more than just a point down to the pick, So
I mean, both of y'all sound like you're on Tennessee. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, what
do you like about Denver?
I can't sit here. No, you're right. I can't sit here and argue for Denver. I can't.
Well, it is hard. I mean, it's the first week. We're going off what we remember from last year.
Let's put Denver. No. Let's put Denver right here next. Or excuse me. Let's put Tennessee right in here next to the Giants. So we're going to put Tennessee next to the Giants, and we'll come back.
A second.
Are they still the Titans?
They are.
What is it? What I'm right.
Of course, everything's changed in 2020. So
that's
why I asked.
First pot. First. What does that stand for?
Potential.
First potential. First pot. First potential. Got it. Okay, I wrote POT. I got it.
It's tougher to play higher in Denver.
Second pot potential. Okay.
There we go. All right. So Who you like? That's the four games that we normally review. Who wants to lead off? Anybody got something they want to start with?
There's a lot of games to choose from this week. What do you guys think about? Well, Well, we'll come back to that one because I know it was.
Just tell me the game. Just tell me what game you're.
I like Minnesota over Green Bay.
Okay, give me a second. Green Bay at Minnesota.
I like that too.
Minnesota minus 2.5. It opened at 3.5, bet down to 2.5. Tell us, Chalkboard, what side are you on in that game?
I like the Vikings. I mean, I feel like we talked about on our over-under show that this is, I think Green Bay will be 7-9, something like that. I think Minnesota is going to win the division, I believe. I think that, in order to do that, they have to win this opening game. They can't screw and lose this game at home. It's 2.5. I mean, so basically, it's statistically, most teams generally win by 3 or whatever. Some people win by 1 or 2. But I'm saying I just think this lines up good for Minnesota. We talked before that it's basically Rodgers and Adams. I mean, they got the back, but, it's –
yeah.
And Minnesota did lose Diggs, but,
Yeah, they lost Diggs, but they got
you got that rookie.
Yeah, he's a pro ready. Jefferson,
Right?
Justin Jefferson.
Still got Thielen.
Yeah.
Like I say, they're going to run the crap. Well, again, we keep saying this about everybody.
Cook's
going to be healthy week 1.
Yeah.
I don't know, when they play that second game, but I just feel like they have more pieces in place. It's a divisional game that to do what they want to do, they have to win. I don't think anyone's expecting Green Bay to win the division this year. And I think Minnesota just has to take care of business week 1. I think that's why I like it.
Yeah, last year Green Bay was the most joke of a 13-3 team I think I've ever. I mean, they were not that good. They won so many close games; it was unreal. Minnesota went out and got that defensive end from Jacksonville. I can't say his name, but he's a stud. He's like 25 years old. He's going to make like $20 million a year. He's going to be chasing after Rodgers all day long. Rodgers like 36, 37 years old. That won't be pleasant.
Well, imagine if he gets his hands on him. It's like because Rodgers has gotten a little beat up, here over the years.
I see Minnesota's defense being the difference. I think, I think they take care of business. Minnesota.
Do you like it enough to make it a pick though?
Because
he's trying to make it a pick.
We could throw it out there with the other stuff.
All right, we'll put it next to the Giants.
We'll put it over there in your pot.
Yeah, we'll have to be.
It's on the back burner.
Is this this is the
Minnesota.
third pot. Yeah, third pot.
Minnesota.
Third pot. Third potential.
That stove's getting full. Stove's getting full.
Yeah, well, it's getting full. We're going to make some.
All right.
8 burners.
T-Bone, throw me out something. Who do you like?
Oh, man. All right. This is a dud of a game. Philadelphia at Washington. I like Philadelphia to cover the 6 against Washington. I think Washington is putrid. Their coach has health issues. Quarterback's Haskins. They're starting a guy named Gibson at running back. They cut Peterson. They don't have an offense to speak of. Oh, man.
So I think I told y'all last week that I was already on Philadelphia. That was one of my early bets, and I felt good at it. Except for the fact, that half of Philadelphia's offense is hurt.
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey hurt.
Well, Alshon Jeffrey's never really part of the game plan anymore. He's always hurt.
I think it's some guys on the line.
The rookie wide receiver's hurt too. Jalen Rager's hurt.
Right. So so that gives you Deshaun Jackson. It gives you the 2 tight ends.
Jackson's our age.
Jackson, he can still play.
He's still faster.
He's still fast. Yeah.
I liked Philadelphia. I was on the same side as you, but all these injuries now.
It seems like every time I get binged from something on the phone, it's a different Eagles got different. And it's not like a horrible injury, but it's enough to where it's kind of like,
Alshon Jeffrey, you're not counting on that guy anyways. He didn't even play last year. Jackson didn't play, so you're at least getting Jackson back. Now, the rookie was a rookie that didn't play at all last year anyway, so how's that a loss? Well, I don't know who the other receivers are. I'd have to look that up. But
does it mean anything as far as because I feel like we're trying to build Philly up, but as we're taking Washington down,
I feel like
that Peterson just left.
Wentz is a good enough quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback. He should elevate those around him. He's not like some of these other jackasses. Haskins is not that quarterback. So I think Wentz is. I don't know. Well, I think he can elevate these like a Brady does.
So the Washington football team is going to be starting that rookie, right? Because Peterson's gone now.
Yes, a guy that rarely touched the ball as a running back at Memphis.
Right,
So,
he was kind of more of like a change of pace, pass catching kind
yes,
of.
and that's their
He was like an
starter.
athlete, I think, more than like
he's
designated position.
Kind of skinny. He's, I don't
Charbard, who are you on this? Are you willing to take the?
It just seems like just such an ugly game. Honestly, my almost thing would almost be like the under, because like I don't know how either of these teams are really going to score that much. I mean,
Philadelphia's going to score. I mean, they're going to score. Washington's defense is not that good, but
I don't know if Philly's offense is that good.
I don't know, dude. I just feel like I already have a vested interest in this, honestly, and I don't like the ticket anymore.
I see the other game I like better. I should have played that one.
Yeah, so I'm just saying we have the Giants and Titans and Vikings and all these other teams on here that we like better than the Eagles.
Not even a burner.
All right, let's kick them out. All right, so Chalkboard, you're up. You throw us out a game.
I'm kind of perusing around. What's the one that leaped off at you real quick? And I'll jump in right with you.
Arizona, San Francisco. That's the game I'm looking at.
So I also have that on my sheet. You want to take it, or what are you doing?
I think we all kind of know where we're going based on our first of the over-under. I assume everybody's going to be talking high about Arizona.
Right.
Yeah, I like Arizona touchdown.
I did see that Hopkins got paid today.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona, well, Hopkins,
His contract was signed or whatever.
Arizona played this team tough twice last year.
Okay.
And they're much improved. I feel like San Francisco's going back. Arizona's going forward, and they're getting a touchdown.
I'm on board. And I'm ready to make this a pick. But on that
You
note,
want to set it up?
why is this? Oh, we haven't done that. Why is this Arizona? Why is it still a touchdown?
I guess because it's a Super Bowl team, and everybody's got that in their mind. I don't know, but
yeah, some of the things I've seen on TV, people are still going on like they expect San Francisco to go back, and I just don't see it.
Yeah,
so I think San Francisco's getting a lot of love still.
Well, they're if you go by rankings or something, yeah, they're going to be one of the top teams. They're going to be expected to do certain things, but
it was almost talked about on some of these shows where it's like. It's generally the Niners and the Seahawks trying to win that division, and they're like, well, they can't screw around and lose a game like this team because they got to keep pace with Seattle.
But this team played them twice close last year.
I agree. They were almost talking about Arizona as an afterthought, and I think Arizona's better.
With Hopkins.
Okay, are we ready to make Arizona a play?
I am.
And
Chalkboard, are you ready to make Arizona
It's still
play?
on the 7, right?
T-Bone, just come to you. Official House Money Podcast play number 1.
The Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals.
I couldn't think of their name for a minute.
It
just hesitated.
It seemed poetic for many reasons.
So that's official number 1.
Number 1 pick.
All right. I had that circled as well. Chalkboard, what do you have over there? Do you have anything else?
I'm looking around. What do you guys think about? I know they didn't come out the way I wanted to. Here's just a super sexy game. What about the Chargers at the Bengals?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and move on, or go ahead and talk about it?
Hold on. Let me set it up for you.
Oh, God.
Jiminy Christmas. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Cincinnati Bengals. It's at Cincinnati +3. Totals 43. It opened at 5, so some money's come in on Cincinnati. Chalkboard, who do you like in this game?
Well, as crazy as it sounds, and again, pulling off like the over-under show, I think Cincinnati has some weapons. AJ's got to be back to kind of normal. You got Burrow now. You got the other wide receiver there, Boyd. I mean, the Chargers are coming across. Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess, week 1 because they're probably there for however long now. But, I mean, the Chargers have the defense. They got a new offense. It's the first time in 15 years it hasn't been Phillip Rivers as the quarterback.
It sounds to me like you're suggesting to take a rookie quarterback who's never played a preseason game.
I mean,
I'm just...
maybe I'm just enamored with his national championship, and he's the highest-rated quarterback in
Am I understanding that correctly?
I mean, I'm willing to take him over Tyrod
Taylor.
Yeah. So,
but would you put money on him? I don't give a damn about Tyrod Taylor. Would you put money on
you get
a rookie
+3 at home?
A rookie quarterback who's never played he never played a game.
We've made worse bets here.
True.
Well, that goes what I'm saying.
Are you trying to say like a bingo can't change its stripes?
T-Bone, you tell me, what do you have on Cincinnati?
When you say it like that, it seems so.
I just don't feel that's as strong as I do the other games. I'll put it that way.
Fine, it doesn't have to go to the burger.
I feel like all these other games we'll find our other two picks for the week.
Go ahead.
It's just the way
All
I
right,
look at it.
T-Bone, you're up. You got anything over there?
No, I'm starting to look at what we've already got. I don't see anything that.
Let me throw something out at y'all.
I actually thought one of those was already a pick, so I thought we had two.
Well, I don't think we really officialed Dallas. We officialed the Cardinals. Dallas, we kind of all like, and the burner, the Giants, the Titans, and the Vikings.
I feel like we're probably going to go with Dallas, so we could do that now for formality. Is there something you like on that sheet more than Dallas?
Probably not.
I like Tennessee and Dallas about the same, I guess.
Okay, so you want to go ahead? You want to pronounce Dallas?
Please.
All right. Chalkboard official House Money podcast play number 2.
The Cowboys.
It's so crazy take all these road teams, but the funny thing is the road means nothing right now.
I was thinking about that. I mean, we are doing that, but yeah, I mean, we don't know. They're pumping in sound and crowd sound. I mean, I guess something. But
Speaking of road teams, the Miami Dolphins at New England Patriots. New England -6.5. A 2019 House Money podcast darling Miami.
Oh yeah.
Finished last season on a positive note, going 3-2 over the last 5 games.
5-4 over the last night.
Dude, they play hard for Flores, and assuming Fitzpatrick is still the starter, I'm going to keep riding them.
He's still the starter. They beat New England the last game of the year last year.
27-24 against the greatest quarterback of all time. And since then, which one of these two teams have improved?
Yeah, I definitely think Miami has improved. I think New England's going backwards. The only thing that gives me any pause, and I was on Miami all season, is Cam Newton is now the starting quarterback. I'd much rather have went against the kids. I can't remember the kid's name, Stidham or whatever, the kid from Auburn or whoever.
Oh, that was sitting there waiting to back up.
Sitting there waiting to back. Yeah. It was backing up Brady. So it's a little bit.
Well, because you
Cam
don't know.
Newton
Are you
can beat
getting
you with these legs? Are you getting vintage Cam Newton?
Exactly.
You know, and coached by a guy like Belichick. Oh, damn, man. You know, you're just like shit. So yeah, I don't know.
But you're also getting 6.5.
Yeah, no. I would take Miami if I'm betting.
You're getting 6.5. And although I agree with you, I think you'll see the best of Cam Newton at New England maybe in like week 4 or 5 after they figure out what they got and what they can do with him. Because I expect him to succeed there as well. I know we kind of took the under and kind of crapped on Cam Newton a few weeks ago, but dude, I'm a little leary of New England. But if we're gonna, I think this is a good play. I'm still it's a play on Miami. It's a play on Fitzpatrick. You know, the Dolphins didn't let us down last year.
No, they didn't. So
Chalkboard.
They're
Chalkboard, can you take New England?
I mean, I don't have a feel for the game either way. To be perfectly honest with you, if you want to talk about sweating out a 6.5-point game in this division, I probably like Buffalo over the Jets better than this game.
Taking the Jets, right? Of course not. So let's look at something else. But the fact that that's less than a touchdown should tell you that something's wrong. Buffalo's hyped to go to the moon. The Jets can't get out of their own way, and it's not even a touchdown. Yet you're willing to take that. Okay.
I mean, I'll just show you my ticket. I don't know. Some things are just obvious in life. I don't know.
Buffalo is the cream of the crop in the division. They should be.
So why is it less than a touchdown?
Well, they don't score. I mean, I don't think that they probably didn't score over 21 points 5 times last year.
Yeah, Buffalo's not a
They have to hold them down.
So you're hoping for 16-10? Is that what you want to cash that ticket on?
It's going to be 17-10. But
I mean, Jets don't really have anybody. Really? I mean, they got
Le'Veon,
a washed-up Le'Veon Bell, it's not utilized the same in New York.
Dude, Sam Darnold is not bad. I'm not going to pull out my
the
manual
Jets
over here.
sucks. I mean,
Sam Darnold's the second best quarterback in that game.
Sam Darnold,
he ain't no Josh Allen.
No, he ain't. He's not really not. I mean, you know.
Okay. So let's talk about games we like. Let's go back to games we like.
We got 2.
So moving along.
So we got Arizona and we got Dallas. That leaves us with the Giants, the Titans, and the Vikings. What else is on the card? Anything else on the card we want to look at before we talk about those games?
I think we can get our.
Neither one of y'all are going to want to give that many points with the Ravens.
If we're doing 3 games, I'd say between Tennessee and Minnesota, we got a.
What about Indy at Jacksonville?
I mean, I'd take Indy. If
Moving along. What about
Jacksonville is the worst team in the NFL.
But
You
dude,
know,
you're
I saw
getting 8
something earlier
points.
today when somebody snagged the Gardner, and I was like, I know how this is going to go tonight. Somebody got the Gardner for $1 in the league, I heard.
Dude.
A little birdie told me.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's something about teams that travel to Florida. It's hard to win in Florida. I don't care if you're in Tampa, Miami, or Jacksonville. Nothing about Indianapolis is proven. They got a new quarterback. They got a new offense. And you're going to give more than a touchdown. And granted, Gardner, if he can do anything, he can throw the ball deep.
I mean, Jacksonville is totally trying to tank. They're
You're
giving away every
giving
asset
me
they
more
have.
than
They're
a
like doing what
touchdown.
Miami did last year. And they're just putrid.
You're giving me more
Well, I
than
don't
a
want to bet. I
touchdown.
don't care. I've got 2 other. I mean, these other games are good enough for me.
Okay, moving along. I'm not even going to bring up Vegas and Carolina with my man sitting over here with his 2020 Raiders shirt on.
Vegas, baby. You know, I was thinking about, like, since you tossed it to me like that, I was thinking, like, I got to reach out to my people in the casino industry because at some point, all right, now, you got to hear me out on this. We go to the casino, and you change the slogan to Just Win, baby, but it's WYNN.
Steve Wynn.
Just win, baby. And you put that on the side of the building. Reach out to me, people, because I know we were talking about it before
You
the
should
show.
you should get on with Steve Wynn and pitch him your thing. You probably
No, he
broke
tried
the
to call
deal.
me a minute ago, but we were doing the show. So
You better get a hold of him quickly.
the
I'd hate for
Raiders are
somebody
going to
to
win this
steal that.
game, but I didn't think you guys would go on it. I mean,
No thanks.
it opened at a pick, and they've already got up 3, and it's like
That's enough.
it's the biggest mover on the board.
No, the Giants in Pittsburgh have moved 3.5 points.
Yeah, 3.5, both 3.5.
What about Chicago at Detroit? Chicago names Trubisky the starter, and it goes up another point for
Are you
Detroit.
going to talk about this game?
No, I'm fine not talking about that game.
I think Detroit will win.
How about Tampa Bay, New Orleans? There's a game we haven't talked about. That could be some fireworks.
Yeah, I mean that's
Saints got to win. They're loaded. Tampa Bay's loaded. They went out and got Brady. They're both gunning for something this year. So
Signed Fournette last week.
Breeze versus Brady, 2 geezers over 40-something years old going at it. Wow.
I guess going back to the Deshaun thing, they're probably more our age than Deshaun was. So
I mean, yeah, closer to your all's age. But yeah, that's God, it's crazy.
you know, honestly, I kind of flip flop back and forth on who I even think's going to win this game.
Then you should be on Tampa Bay. If you don't know who's going to win, you take the team with more than a field goal.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know you won't bet on Tampa Bay here, so why are we talking about
Yeah,
this game?
it's just an exciting matchup, I think. But I'm ready to go with what we got here. We got the goods here. Oh, we got these
we're
pick
gonna
one of
pick
these 2.
one of the things out the paper and the Raiders.
Okay.
Is that what?
We'll circle back. Okay, we'll circle back to the 3 that's on the burner. We got the Giants against Pittsburgh, Giants +6. We got the Tennessee Titans versus Denver at a pick, and Minnesota and Green Bay, Minnesota -2.5. Okay, of these 3, I think the one I like the best is probably Tennessee and a pick at Denver.
What do you think? I'm all them. Yeah, I like them both. So
Yeah, I mean, like we say, I mean, Tennessee just seems to be the all-around better team. I mean, again, you know, you talk about Mile High with no fans, and I mean, the only thing that would bother me about the game at all is like the way Tennessee's built. Is if like say they came out and got on them early, you know. But I mean, Tennessee.
Do you think that you like the Giants better than Tennessee? Giants +6.
Oh, I don't like the Giant game. I don't think it compares to the other two.
Okay, so the Vikings.
The
do you like?
Vikings would be by A of those picks.
Yeah,
Are y'all serious?
I'm just not. That Giants game just does nothing for me whatsoever.
So Minnesota -2.5,
I like that.
and Tennessee at a pick,
So that'd be 4 teams, right?
Yeah, that's darn normal.
It's a 3 or 4.
and you have Dallas -3, Cardinals +7. That's what y'all are looking at.
So what was the official then? How many of those are?
2 official.
We have 2
more.
official. We're still kicking around Tennessee.
Oh, I thought you said we were going to go Minnesota and Tennessee.
He said, "Do you want to?" So you'd rather have
He likes the Giants
better than which one of those?
Probably Minnesota.
Well, those could be a choice cut.
But that's why I said. But both of y'all think that's your all's A pick. But
Yeah, because if you don't give him the Giants on the official, it's going to be the choice cut, and then all the people will we'll say the end of the show because they don't want to have to wait to the end. Then
All right. Okay, Tennessee sounds good. So, chalkboard, official House Money Podcast play number 3.
Remember the Titans.
Tennessee at a pick. All right. Now we got to get down to the last play.
The nitty-gritty.
Now, we could play them both, but I mean, typically we stick with 4.
We say all the time, 5 against the number is asking a lot.
Now, look, this is y'all's show, so I'm going to let y'all kick off the season. Y'all go y'all's way. Take the Minnesota.
There you go.
All right, T-Bone, we're coming your way.
There's a red stepchild.
I don't even need to pull that out this early in the season. Y'all know I'm on the Giants, and I'll tell you next week when they win
Pillaging these
straight
picks
up.
like a bunch of Vikings.
T-Bone, official House Money Podcast play number 4.
The Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings minus 2.5. Get on it now. 4 gets to 3. Awesome.
Sound advice.
There you go. That's our 4 plays for the week. Ladies and gentlemen, just to recap, we got the Arizona Cardinals plus 7, Dallas Cowboys minus 3, Tennessee Titans at a pick, and the Minnesota Vikings minus 2.5. Chalkboard, crystal ball predictions?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, and I appreciate the segue with the rocking the Raiders swag. I'm going to do something, it's first game, so I feel like we'll try to make a splash. In his first game ever in the NFL, Henry Ruggs III will score a touchdown. Because I think he's got the speed, and I think he can get on top of Carolina's defense. He can get behind that secondary, and they're going to take some shots with the shiny new toy. So, and I feel like Ruggs has a high floor. See what I did there?
Boo. Hit Henry Ruggs III, touchdown.
Touchdown in his first game.
Got it. Sounds good, brother. T-Bone, choice cut?
Choice cut. I'm going to go with the Bills laying that 6.5 against the lowly New York Jets.
That's it? No pomp and circumstance?
It's it. I mean, I think we went over the game. We talked about it earlier. I think they got the better team.
He said, why are you grilling me about my choice cut?
I think they got the best team in the conference. It doesn't matter that it's at Buffalo. That doesn't matter. They're just the better team. I think they'll crush the Jets. I mean, crush. I watched them because they're so superior. They're the best team in the conference. So,
it's your pick, T-Bone. Good call.
I think as crushing as a team that's going to score 24 points can be.
Yes.
But I agree. I think it's going to be more than a score game.
I think they'll put up more. I think they'll score some points. They put it on Miami last year. So, I'm not. They can score. So we'll see.
There you go. All right. Social media. We have a Facebook page this year. Imagine that, right? Moving on up. Twitter, @HouseMoneyPod. Chalkboard, where can you be found at on Twitter?
Chalkboard can be found at Chalkboard, CHALKBORED_HM.
There you go. Please like and subscribe us on YouTube or iTunes or SoundCloud or whatever platform you're taking the show on. Shout out, executive producer Z-Man, as always. Thank you for making us sound good. That's it, fellas. Week 1.
Yeah, I think it was a good show. I think only time will tell when we're back next week. But I feel pretty good this week 1, especially with so much unknown.
I just want to get off to a hot start here. Anything less than 3-1, and it's just I'll be disappointed.
I agree.
I'm jacked up, ready to go, and just want to get off to a hot start.
And we'll know so much more in the second week than we do today.
Yeah.
Everyone listening to the show will.
Yeah.
I mean, we have so little information right now. We're just all of us are going off best guess and line movements, et cetera. So
and a lot of people, that not the people following the show, but a lot of people just feel like it's throwing darts. There is a lot of the studying that goes into this, and like you say, we have no data to go off right now. So
no doubt. All right. Well, on that note, we'll check back in here next week, count the total, and have a lot more information to go on. Fellas, anything else?
No.
There we go.
I think that wraps it up.
There we go.
Good seeing you guys again. Week 1, baby.
There you go. House Money Podcast. We're out.